Have y'all ever lost your job to AI or a robot? Well, that's what's happened to me now. I just found out, well, I'm not losing my job, but I'm getting laid off for like 9 to 14 months over here at UPS. Now, I work part-time here, and they said they're bringing in a robot to replace my job on the sort aisle. So basically what it is I'm a sorter, and unloaders send packages to me. I sort them out to the loaders. Well, now they decided if they put this big machine in here, they could knock out all the sorters, and a robot will scan the packages and send them where they're supposed to go. And it's not just the sorters losing their job. It's noonday, midnight shifts, loaders, unloaders. They're only keeping 55 people in the hub. And this is also going to affect a lot of drivers here because we're losing a lot of feeder routes. But look at this makeshift dock system area they're making in the parking lot. And when they do the shutdown, they're going to make around 55 workers work in the parking lot. So yeah, the part that sucks the worst is I'm going to have to start paying for insurance again. But has this happened to any of you all, any other UPSs out there?
Okay, so quick update. Tomorrow is my last day at work. You guys know I got laid off. So I actually purchased a cake to celebrate. I'm going to bring it to work tomorrow, a layoff cake, and we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned.
You guys, UPS is joining the layoff game, and they are laying off more employees to boost profitability. So they're saying that they're laying off more of its employees in addition to the 12,000 job cuts in the management ranks earlier this year. So the latest rounds of cuts are these employees that are losing their jobs as an announcement that went out in January. And it wasn't clear which departments were being affected, but a lot of them are in the Atlanta area, and it looks like it's the management jobs. Part of the reason why these cuts came is because post-pandemic, they saw a lot of decline in volume, revenue, and operating profit. And so the CEO came out and said it was a difficult, disappointing year. UPS has over 500,000 employees, but the decline in business is what they're focused on after the pandemic. So unfortunately, a lot of these CEOs with shareholder pressure and investor pressure are just focused quarter to quarter. So as soon as a quarter slips, they start thinking about things that they can do, which means cutting operating expenses, and part of that are layoffs. What's scary is that the company says it's going to cut billions in costs over the next 5 years. So certainly they want to be more profitable. There are things that are in the pipeline that they're really interested in pursuing, but billions of cuts over the next 5 years seems a bit scary when you are an employee of UPS.
UPS is said to be laying off over 20,000 employees and close several facilities in the United States in 2025. It is reported that the UPS is not getting enough business from Amazon as they used to get. So they no longer have the need for those whoever that 20,000 will be. Now, if I had a job at UPS and I saw this right here, this news bulletin right here, it's everywhere. The first thing I would do is start looking for work. Start looking for work. Now, they're saying they're not getting enough packages from Amazon. So I don't know if you're able to get at work at Amazon because they're laying off people too. Amazon's laying off people also. Right? So that's 20,000 people who will be looking for work shortly.
The egg prices haven't come down. People are losing their jobs in both private and public sector. No wars ended on day one. And inflation is still sky high. Are we great yet? I hope y'all are happy. UPS is making some serious changes and it's got everyone talking. The company says that it's planning on cutting 20,000 jobs and it's shutting down 73 buildings. Why, you ask? Well, they're calling it rethinking their operations. And here's the even bigger kicker that I find very interesting. These changes are coming after UPS decided to scale back shipping for its biggest customer. And who do we all think that big customer is? Well, it's none other than Amazon. They're saying less stuff means less staff to ship out things. So here we are, folks. More downs than ups. No pun intended. So I'm thinking, based on this information, that shipments will probably take like a month to reach you nowadays. But I guess only time will tell. Thoughts, reactions, let me know.
UPS is laying off drivers. You heard right. Every year it happens. My first 2 years as a driver, they sent me back to the warehouse for like about a month or two once work slowed down. Yeah, it's true, they're shutting down certain warehouses, and mine is living proof of it. They shut down the hub that services the Bay Area, Bel Air, Brentwood, all those nice areas up there. So they sent them to my hub. And now all those people, some people got more seniority because of it, and a lot of people lost seniority. So when work slows down, guess what? It's time to go back to the warehouse for some of us, unfortunately. We're still guaranteed 8 hours, but not at driver rate. Bad part about it is that you have to go to a part-time shift in the morning and to another one at night. And we officially lose Amazon in May, so we'll have to see what mess that creates. Good thing there's a lot of old guys about to retire, so not all bad for everybody. If you're affected by this, just keep your head up. Don't worry about it. When work picks up, they usually call us back, and it doesn't take very long. I'm like in the middle, so I might go back, I might not. But before they send me back, they have to send a bunch of people under me back first. So I have a little bit of job security, but I ain't too worried about it. So for now, take all the overtime you can get and keep all that money in your pocket. Don't go out there spending it. You know what's coming from Teamster to Teamster. Gotta stay prepared to expect the unexpected.
One fact on this UPS buyout. The most important fact on this UPS buyout that you're gonna have to know. You ready for it? You ready for it? Well, I say that to say this. You spent 25% of your life becoming a driver. Take a little bit of cash to leave? We got a pension, a retirement, 7 weeks of vacation a year. What insurance that's free? We do this for our family. Get it figured out, make the job fun, and you ain't gonna feel like you gotta leave. Don't be a sellout. 15-year less driver, don't do it. Cause guess what? You still gotta work. You still gotta work.
Oh, let's get one thing right. Union demands did not result in the laying off of 20,000 workers last year. That had nothing to do with it. UPS laid off 20,000 workers because they didn't want to spend the money, because it cut into their profits. This is the problem with you. You are catering to the corporations who are all about profits. They don't care about you. Ford renegotiated their union rates, and as soon as they did it, they laid off 4,000 people to cut the money to make up for the money they were spending on the new rates and stuff. They didn't do it because I know workers were at the plants that people got laid off at, and they're desperately trying to keep up with it. They can't. They don't have enough workers, so they're going to be hiring most of those people back because they realize that they're already at a minimum level. Companies don't care about workers. Companies don't care about anything more than profits. And that is the problem we live in. We live in a world that cares more about its profits than we do our neighbors. And then we as workers, we cater to that by accepting jobs that pay less while that company is making billions. Walmart's average pay is like $14 an hour, and that's across the company. That's their average pay. They made $8 billion in profits last year, or more. I think actually it was more than that, but they made more money too, just on stock options. You think about the stocks they sold. They made tons and tons of money on that, and they didn't pay it in dividends. Trust me. So out of that $8 billion that they made, could they have paid all their workers an extra $1 or $2? I mean, what is $2 an hour to you? 40-hour work week, that's $80 a week. 8 times 52, so 8 times 5 is 40. So what is that, $400 a year? No, $4,000 a year. Sorry, my mistake. It's $4,000 a year plus the 2. So $4,100 a year, whatever. But what is $4,000 to you? I know to me that is close to my medical premiums. So $2 an hour to me pays for my medical premiums on my insurance.
UPS are dropping 20,000 employees, terminating them. They gotta go. Hasta la vista, sayonara. From the fucking job force. Let me be first to let you all know that they're not the only ones. We are starting to see a whole lot of mass layoff through all types of companies. Which is why I encourage everybody to work for yourselves. Yep. You heard me right. Get into some entrepreneurship shit. Focus on yourself. Focus on your business, because here's the thing. Once we all start supporting one another, you will quickly find out that you made a right fucking decision. 20 years ago, they told us to go to college and go get a corporate job. Those corporate jobs are no longer in existence. They either were sold overseas by a fucking foreign company or they went bankrupt. Not to mention, if you do get a corporate job, your salary is what? Less than $40,000 a year? It's a sad, sad day, because this is the aftermath of Sleepy Joe. Go to sleep, Sleepy Joe. Bullshit as administration that put us in this situation. All in all, people, I hate to see all these employees lose their job, but don't look at it as a negative way. Look at it as a positive way. This is God clearly telling you all, y'all need to go out and hustle for yourselves. Stop hustling for them, because as you see, they don't give a fuck
what's going on right now. And I do all my research from Wall Street Journal. I know this is from Google. This is from AI. I do everything. I fact check everything. Wall Street Journal is where I get it. However, AI, they compile it very, very nice and clean, just so you can see it right here for you on the screen. Okay, so shout out to AI and Google, whatever the case is. Okay, so UPS, they are closing approximately 200 U.S. facilities over the next 3 years. Okay, now below here's a brief summary. Okay, this is only a couple stores that they're closing out right now. Now some of these they already closed them out. Some of these facilities, some of these plants. All right, you got Baltimore, Maryland. You got this Cali location right there. You got Colorado, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania. All right, everything from here on down is future locations that are closed, in the making of closing, or they've already closed by the time I make this video, guys. All of these locations right here, mind you, these are people's lives. These are people who still need to make money, who still need to work, guys. They're closing out. They're just getting rid of them. UPS is offering buyouts to delivery drivers for the first time in its 117-year history. Now, this is Wall Street Journal, guys. The first time in its history, the company is seeking cost savings because of stagnant parcel volumes, rising labor costs, and a long slump in the company stock price. Like, listen, the average UPS full-time driver will earn around $170,000. $170,000 just to drive around in a truck, deliver pack. It's not an easy job by any means. However, what I will say is they make a lot of money. However, they're offering buyouts for these workers. They can't afford to pay them. There's not enough volume in comparison to how much they're paying their workers. That's just the reality of the situation.
What up, TikTok family? So look it. People's been talking about this topic. Let's talk about it. Let's give our opinion. But before we start, safety first. There we go. So the biggest topic, UPS offering volunteer buyout packages to all the drivers around the world, right? But you know what? Yesterday there was a live stream about the Teamsters talking about it. And I have a lot of questions to ask, right? Now, people are saying, oh, the money's good, I'll take it. But I don't think it's going to be for all of us. I think it's only be for like a section of people, like maybe 25 years, 30 years. Maybe those old school drivers are still here from the 80s and 70s and they still don't want to leave yet. I think mostly for them. But you know what? I mean, who knows? Now, I'm giving you my opinion, but I don't know. I mean, I have almost 11 years in this company, and I'm gonna be honest. If the offer is good, I don't know. Maybe I'll take it. I know 11 years is not a lot, but if my finances is well and all that, I don't know. Maybe I'll take it. I don't know. Just so much to talk about. I mean, we don't have the fine print yet, besides the $3,000 that they're offering and something else basic. But I don't know. I think there's more to this than just that. So I don't know, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on, but no one's really talking about it. And I kind of want to talk about it, but I don't know. It's just, like I said, for me being here almost 11 years, if the offer is good for me and my finances and the numbers and whatever I have and my pension and all that, whatever, who knows? I might consider taking it. I don't know yet. I don't know. Who knows? Everyone has their own thing, but I don't know. Let's see.
Like, how much do they pay?
Oh, come on, I can't tell you that much.
Oh, you can't. I heard there's layoffs. Has that affected
That's
you?
only middle management. They can't lay any drivers off. It's only middle management who are getting laid off and stuff. So,
really?
yeah. No drivers. No.
No drivers. Okay.
We're hiring more drivers. As a matter of fact, it's like lower level middle management. They're getting laid off.
Okay.
HR, those kind of people. So.
Would it depend on the location? Like less busy locations, would that affect them or not?
I don't think so. No, I think it's just across the board.
Okay.
Who has the most this, and this, they get laid off. So it's.
Now, I know all y'all remember when they said UPS drivers was going to start getting $100,000 a year. And we was all in an uproar like, boy, that's the best job you need to get. Yeah, they work hard, but for $100,000 a year, we'll work hard too. Now, look at that. It says UPS to lay off 12,000, not 1,200, not 12, not 1,000. That's say 12,000 employees just 6 months after workers won a lucrative new labor deal. I don't know what that mean to you, but to me that mean your job ain't gonna save you. They got a bigger bag for the workers and start firing people to make the money make sense. You will always be compensated in direct relation to the value you bring to the market. So automatically that means if you want more money, you gotta find ways to bring more value.